main bearing greasers. It's got the IEC logo on yonder on that grease cap cup. That's what would have came on the engine. I have already installed that one on that side over there. And the way I did that is I put the gasket sealer down there, gasket sealer up yonder, gasket sealer in yonder, gasket sealer in yonder. And now I'm going to fit all of that together. And I just show you something. See, there's no grease in there. Now's not the time to be putting no grease in there. There is a real easy way to do that. We'll get to that greasing it up, and we're going to get to it soon too. But it's just the simple procedure of tightening everything up, and you will find different lengths of standpipes that holds these on there, and I think this length right here is the more common size, and we just tighten that up really good. This is not a place to have a grease leak. We would like this to be grease free. That's tight enough. And let's go just a little more. And what I'm doing is indexing the flat part on both of those where they're identical. Straight like this. Whichever way you choose will be correct, I'm sure. Remove the excess gasket sealer. It's quite easy. Let's get a little thinner on that. A little bit of thinner right around them. We're good to go. We've already got this one installed. It also had the IEC logo. We're good to go. Let's go ahead and put this rear cover on here. I will be taking this rear cover off to remove a shim after this engine is run a little bit. So I'm not going to put no gasket sealer on at the time. And I show you something I did here. These engines, when they come from the factory, this rear cover is oversized. It's too big. And when I was cleaning this engine up, and I pretty much do all this to all of my engines, and that way I cannot call them restored. If you was restoring an engine, you would not modify this to fit that crankcase. But once you grind it to fit, then it will only go one way thereafter. So put an appropriate mark on your cover so that you'll know how it goes on there. But I am going to I'll run this engine in and then remove a shim or two, whatever it needs to be. This does need to be, you know what, I'm actually doing something here that I should not do. So I'm going to stop right now. Just indulge just for a minute. This is how important that I think that gasket sealer is. There's just no reason to put an engine together. This is the proof point. There is, if you're assembling an engine, that doing something with intentions of doing something later, I don't advise it. Do it now. Now, I got a solid gasket, so I will not have a air leak. Too often, you will find a owner, engine man. He'll be working on his engine and it won't run. And he'll say, "Oh, it's got a bad valve in it." Well, you know, if it's got a bad valve in it, why waste your time cranking on it? You know, fix it. So, but anyway, we got that on there. And let's tighten it up and trim it to size. And that's one thing about this type gasket sealer. I have found out that you can take it off, make the adjustment, and reapply a little bit more and put it right back on there, and it'll be good as was. I don't do that. I make a new gasket, but if need be, you could get by in the field. But we'll tighten those up really good. And these 4 bolts here did have a washer on them, lock washer. But with that tightened up, all you do is bring a blade and go all the way around it, like so. Now we've got a perfect fitting gasket. Well, down there's a little, I got it. A perfect fitting gasket. Yeah, good to go. Now if you don't want to see that gasket, you just take a felt marker and go all the way around it and then wipe the excess away, and you won't see your gasket. Now let's get on to the governor.